I have to say, so I'll never forget, man. 15, same year, I was struggling. I was struggling to get into shape. I got injured. I was struggling to get back into shape. And no matter how much I run, when I finally got good and started training, it was so close.
Usain Bolt just revealed the shocking truth behind his legendary speed, and it's nothing like what you'd expect. His childhood struggle, hidden fears, and the devastating financial betrayal he now faces paint a story far beyond the track. From running to escape grueling 400-meter training to fighting for his stolen millions, Bolt's journey is more intense than ever. This is a side of him you've never seen before.
Set.
Paul ist der Schnellste aus den Blöcken. Jetzt kommt er. Und jetzt ist Usain Bolt nicht zu halten. Nein, er gewinnt. 9,58 Weltrekord. Ein Wahnsinn.
The Jamaican sprinting icon, known for shattering world records with his incredible 9.58-second 100-meter time, shared an unexpected truth that puts his entire career in a new light. When asked about what drove him to become the fastest man on the planet, Bolt's answer left even veteran athletes like Gatlin speechless. "I've never said this before, bro. The only reason, there's no, oh, I want to be like this guy. I just never wanted to run the 400, Bolt confessed, revealing a surprising fear that fueled his legendary performances in shorter sprint events. This startling admission shows a vulnerable side to the typically confident champion that few fans have ever witnessed. The 8-time Olympic gold medalist elaborated on his unexpected aversion. The 400 meters. I didn't care. I didn't care about anything. The fear of the 400, bro. I just didn't want to do it. For a man synonymous with sprinting dominance, this profound anxiety about a specific race distance offers a fascinating glimpse into the psychology behind his incredible achievements. Let's see what Bolt said.
The only reason there's no, oh, I want to be like this guy. I just never want to run the 400 meters. I didn't care. I didn't care about nothing.
The fear of the 400 made
bro.
him the best 100-meter runner in history.
The fear of the 400 meters. I just didn't want to do it. I didn't like the 200 is my favorite event, bro. That's what I love. I love my 200 meters.
Yeah.
Loved it. You know what I mean? Because throughout the years, when I started running, I used to run 100 meters, but I was so slow at the blocks, I would never make it through the semifinals. You know what I mean?
Bolt's childhood struggles extended beyond just athletic fears. Coming from a humble background in Jamaica, he witnessed financial hardship firsthand, creating an early understanding that he needed to achieve something significant to escape those circumstances. Unlike many track stars who dreamed of Olympic glory from childhood, Bolt initially explored other sports like cricket and soccer before finding his way to track and field. What makes this revelation even more surprising is that Bolt actually experienced success in the dreaded 400-meter event during his developmental years. Bolt said, "I started running the 400 meters because I did that at the Boys and Girls Championships in my last year, and I won."
So I used to do that, and then in high school, I started running the 400 meters because I did that at Boys and Girls Championships in my last year, and I won. So I was doing 2-4. But I understand the work that you have to put in for the 400 meters. I was like, nah. So I didn't really have a motivation. I just didn't want to run the 400 meters.
Despite this victory, the grueling nature of training for the longer sprint distance left such a negative impression that he redirected his efforts toward the 100-meter and 200-meter events. "I understand the work that you have to put in for the 400. I was like, nah. So I didn't really have any motivation. I just didn't want to do the 400 meters, the sprinting legend admitted. This intense aversion to the specific training demands of the 400 meters ultimately pushed Bolt toward the events where he would make history and redefine human speed limits.
In my last year, and I won. So I was doing 2-4. But I understand the work that you have to put in for the 400 meters. I was like, nah. So I didn't really have a motivation. I just didn't want to run the 400 meters.
But wait, there is more. Bolt revealed that contrary to what many assume, the 100 meters, the event for which he's most famous, wasn't even his preferred race. "My favorite race was always the 200 meters, Bolt explained. noting that his relatively slow starts off the blocks made the longer sprint more suitable for his abilities. This strategic self-awareness allowed him to maximize his natural talents and overcome his technical weaknesses, highlighting the thoughtful approach behind his seemingly effortless performances. Many spectators perceived Bolt as a natural talent who simply showed up and won races, but this insight reveals the calculated decisions and self-understanding that guided his development into the world's fastest man. His ability to recognize his own weaknesses, particularly his starts, and choose events that minimized their impact demonstrates a level of athletic intelligence that complemented his physical gifts. Usain Bolt's journey to global superstardom was shaped by intense training under coach Glenn Mills, who refined his raw talent by correcting critical biomechanical flaws that hindered his speed and caused strain. Mills's expertise in sprint mechanics helped Bolt fine-tune his technique through drills and video analysis, ensuring he maximized efficiency and minimized injury risks. By the 2008 Olympics, years of meticulous adjustments led to performances that revolutionized sprinting. His historic triple gold victories in the 100 meters and 200 meters from 2008 to 2016 cemented his dominance, while his untouched world records continue to showcase a level of excellence that transcends generations. Yet despite building an estimated $12.8 million retirement fund through his extraordinary career, Bolt now faces a devastating financial crisis. In a heart-wrenching development, his entire savings disappeared in what appears to be a massive fraud case involving Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL, in Jamaica. Nearly 2 years after the discovery of the missing funds, Bolt's frustration is growing as authorities have made little progress in recovering his money. This financial tragedy adds another painful dimension to Bolt's story, threatening the security he worked so hard to establish through his athletic achievements. For an athlete who grew up witnessing financial hardship firsthand and spent his career securing his future, this blow is particularly cruel. The situation is especially concerning given how short the career span of most professional athletes tends to be, with many having just a brief window to earn enough to support themselves throughout their post-competition lives. Unlike some sports that offer massive long-term contracts, track and field athletes typically rely heavily on competition winnings, sponsorships, and wise investments to secure their financial futures, making this loss even more devastating for someone who appeared to have done everything right in planning for life after athletics. It's been 2 years and we not really hear much really come, you know? Bolt shared, his patience clearly wearing thin. The sprinting legend, once hopeful that the government and banking system would take swift action, now sounds disillusioned. We leave it up to them, but that team says, yo, we start do something. 2 years now, and no, we not getting positive feedback from nothing, from nobody. His attorney, Linton P. Gordon, has been vocally critical of authorities, noting that despite clear documentation confirming the legitimacy of Bolt's investments, justice remains elusive. Mr. Ken Tomlinson, who was appointed by the Financial Services Commission, FSC, to take temporary management of SSL, found records confirming these lodgements and has attested to them in the Supreme Court, Gordon stated, highlighting the clear evidence of wrongdoing that has yet to result in any meaningful action. This financial devastation adds another layer to Bolt's complicated journey from childhood fears to global superstardom and now to an unexpected battle for justice. If a global icon like Bolt can be left in financial limbo despite his fame and resources, what hope exists for ordinary citizens who place their trust in financial systems? Bolt's revelations about both his childhood motivations and current struggles paint a more complex picture of the sprinting legend than most fans ever imagined. From the child who ran primarily to avoid the dreaded 400-meter training to the global superstar fighting to recover his life savings, Bolt's journey continues to capture attention even years after his final race. What started as a simple childhood fear has evolved into a story of triumph, transformation, and now tragedy, as the fastest man in history races against a different kind of clock in his quest for financial justice. The world watches as Bolt confronts this new challenge with the same determination that once propelled him down tracks around the world, proving that sometimes the most difficult races happen off the track. What are your thoughts on this? share them in the comments, and subscribe to our channel for more updates.
I start struggling. I go try to blame that man. Have some respect, big man. And them that upset me. Them thing no me hear about it, me I say, what?
The story began at Jamaica's prestigious Racers Track Club, where coach Glenn Mills transformed raw talent into Olympic medalists. Blake joined the club in 2009, following Bolt's extraordinary success at the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Under Mills's guidance, Blake achieved remarkable results, including silver medals in both 100 meters and 200 meters at the London Olympics. The training environment at Racers Track Club fostered multiple champions, with Mills's expertise playing a crucial role in developing world-class sprinters. These achievements made the recent criticism even more surprising to many in the track and field community.
Come, gentlemen. Drive, field. Drive. Set. 2 more toes. We are pick up for. That can't benefit you. Yes, you pick. Not even fractionally big.
Bolt's defensive mills came with specific examples of the coach's impact. Blake is the second fastest man in the world, while Warren won a bronze at the Olympics and silver at the World Championships, Bolt said.
Blake second fastest man in the world. This man say Warren win Olympic bronze medal, world champion silver medal. Yo, the man take it from hurdles because his knee was a problem. So he has to get injured. My coach stopped it from hurdles and carry got 200 and Tony in a star. Blake come from struggling from Diego with a back problem and Tony in a star. All these athletes, Bailey Cole, Tony in a star. And then now, because you decided to now not do what you were supposed to do.
He detailed how Mills adapted training methods for each athlete, including shifting Warren Weir from hurdles to the 200 meters due to knee problems. The 8-time Olympic gold medalist highlighted Mills's ability to identify and nurture talent, transforming athletes with physical limitations into international stars. These successes made the recent criticism seem particularly ungrateful in Bolt's view. But wait, there is more. The controversy deepened when Bolt revealed specific instances of athletes not following Mills's guidance. He described how Warren Weir would skip training sessions for trips to Florida, compromising his preparation. Blake's case proved equally concerning, with Bolt noting how he often ignored Mills's injury management advice. These revelations painted a picture of athletes potentially sabotaging their own success by disregarding professional guidance. The Olympic champion's detailed account suggested that any setbacks resulted from athletes' choices rather than coaching deficiencies.
Blake second fastest man in the world. This man say Warren win Olympic bronze medal, world champion silver medal. Yo, the man take it from hurdles because his knee was a problem. So he has to get injured. My coach stopped it from hurdles and carry got 200 and Tony in a star. Blake come from struggling from Diego with a back problem and Tony in a star. All these athletes, Bailey Cole, Tony in a star. And then now, because you decided to now not do what you were supposed to do and start struggling, I can try to blame that man. Have some respect, big man. And them that upset me. Them thing no me hear about it, me I say, what? So me just talk freely. Me I say, yo, Una would be nobody without Coach Mills. That man's a genius. Much a man there.
Bolt's criticism extended beyond just defending Mills. It addressed a broader issue of accountability in athletics. Have some respect, big man, Bolt said, expressing his disappointment in his former teammates' behavior. He emphasized how athletes should take responsibility for their actions during training sessions instead of shifting blame to their coach. This perspective highlighted the importance of personal accountability in athletic achievement, suggesting that success requires more than just good coaching. The impact of proper training adherence became clear through Bolt's examples. He specifically addressed Blake's injury situations, noting how different decisions might have led to better outcomes. When he got injured and the coach would say, "This is the direction that I want us to go," then Johan Blake would decide that, "No, this not what I want to do," Bolt revealed. These decisions, according to the sprint legend, directly impacted Blake's career trajectory and potentially limited his achievements.
What was the fallout from that?
If I want thing fallout, nothing. If I want him, I don't mind talk about this, because that upset me.
Like it seemed like it really genuinely.
Yeah, man, that upset me deeply.
I don't want to interview them or think them I'm seeing that video when you talk passionately.
Yeah, man, I don't care. Even though I'm not afraid to call people. That's the only thing me ever say, yo.
Yes.
Me not afraid.
Call name, man. Yeah,
because you have to understand. Me must say me dead and see this. I watch Blake come in injured. Watch Warren come in injured. Watch Bailey Cole come in injured. Watch the other little two youth them, because them not deserve come in injured.
That's crazy, bro.
Me watch.
That's crazy.
But if I understand, my coaches want help build me, put much for me there.
Bolt talked about how important a good coach is for an athlete. He said Mills's training helped many athletes improve and that trusting a coach is key to success. Bolt's own amazing career happened because he followed Mills's guidance. He also pointed out that athletes who didn't listen or change their training struggled to succeed.
Normal push, I'm step wide. When push is go over here, somebody get nothing.
You're supposed to be in control of your foot. So if you go over there, it must get the information from headquarters.
Coach Mills's training philosophy received strong validation through Bolt's defense. The Olympic champion described Mills as a genius who understood how to develop athletes for long-term success. This assessment carried particular weight coming from track and field's most decorated sprinter. Bolt's achievements under Mills's guidance provided compelling evidence of the coach's methods, making the recent criticism seem even more misplaced. The broader impacts of this controversy extend throughout Jamaican athletics and beyond. Jamaica's sprinting dominance over the past decades owes much to coaches like Mills, whose methods helped establish the country as a global track and field powerhouse. Athletes questioning these proven methods risk undermining the system that created multiple champions. Bolt's intervention serves to protect not just Mills' reputation, but the entire framework of Jamaican sprint excellence. His words carry extra weight given his role as the country's most successful track athlete.
Ein Wahnsinn!
The timing of Blake's comments adds another layer to this situation. Coming years after his peak performances, his criticism of Mills sparked debate about athlete-coach relationships after retirement. Many athletes face challenges transitioning from their competitive careers, sometimes leading to retrospective criticism of former mentors. Bolt's swift response suggests he recognizes the danger of letting such criticisms go unchallenged, especially from athletes of Blake's stature. The exchange highlights how post-career narratives can impact current athletes' perceptions of coaching methods. The training environment at Racers Track Club deserves closer examination. Under Mills's guidance, the facility produced multiple Olympic medalists and world champions. Bolt described a structured system where success depended on following proven methods and maintaining discipline. Warren Weir's reported absences and Blake's resistance to injury management protocols contrast sharply with this professional environment. Their struggles after deviating from Mills's guidance serve as cautionary tales for current and future athletes. Statistics support Bolt's defense of Mills' methods. Blake's 9.69 seconds in the 100 meters, making him the second fastest man in history, came under Mills' guidance. Warren Weir's transformation from a hurdler with knee problems to an Olympic bronze medalist in the 200 meters demonstrates Mills' ability to adapt training for individual athletes. These achievements make the recent criticism particularly puzzling as both athletes reach their peak performances under Mills's supervision. The media's role in this controversy merits attention. Blake's comments on the Good Morning JoJo sports show gained traction quickly, forcing Bolt's response. The situation demonstrates how modern media can amplify disagreements within sports communities, potentially damaging reputations built over decades. Bolt's direct approach to addressing these comments shows awareness of how unchallenged criticisms can shape public perception. Looking ahead, this controversy could influence future athlete-coach relationships in track and field. Young athletes watching this situation unfold must balance respecting proven coaching methods with maintaining their own agency. Bolt's defense of Mills establishes clear expectations about professional behavior and accountability in elite athletics. His intervention helps preserve the credibility of successful coaching methods for the next generation. The personal dynamics between these athletes add complexity to the situation. Having trained together at their peak, Bolt, Blake, and Weir shared countless hours under Mills' guidance. Their different perspectives on the shared experience reveal how athletes can interpret the same training environment differently. Bolt's continued loyalty to Mills contrasts with his former teammates' criticism, suggesting deeper differences in how they approach their careers. This controversy also highlights the challenges coaches face in managing elite athletes. Mills's success with Bolt demonstrates his ability to handle superstar talent, while the situations with Blake and Weir show the difficulties of maintaining authority when athletes question established methods. The discussion raises important questions about balancing athlete autonomy with proven coaching techniques in professional sports.